Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the poem Unit 7 Topsy-turvy Land. Topsy-turvy means something is not in order. Topsy-turvy Land is a very interesting poem that takes us to the land where everything is upside down. For example, the sea is full of sand. It also tells us about a strange land where nothing is normal. There are many amusing things going on in this land which the poem tells us about. It is an entertaining poem with hilarious scenarios to think about. Here, hilarious means very funny. Scenarios means scenes. Now let's imagine some upside down scenes. See the pictures which is shown here. Can you imagine a train flying in the sky? Oh, scary. Here a boy plays with a doll. It is something unusual. Can you see an ant in giant size? But elephant is tiny. How strange these things are. Like these scenes, we are going to find some amusing things in the poem also. In Topsy-turvy Land, everything is upside down. Before we learn the poem, imagine some topsy-turvy scenes at home. Children, have you ever thrown your school bag on your bed? I think never is your answer. Have you ever left your shoes and socks here and there? Sometimes you may do, isn't it? Have you ever played with your ball in your room? Oh, never. Does your room sometimes look like this? The one which is shown in the picture? I don't think so. You're all good children and you never do like this. I believe you keep all your things in their right place and like to keep your room neat and clean. Have you ever imagined topsy-turvy scenes? You may say, no. Now let's read one such poem where everything is in disorder. Read and enjoy the poem. This poem is written by H.E. Wilkinson. New words and their meanings. First one, topsy-turvy. The meaning of the word topsy-turvy is upside down. Usage. Everything is topsy-turvy in his room. Next new word is pleasure. Meaning, feeling of enjoyment. Usage. If you learn with pleasure, you will never forget. Next new word is grand. The meaning of the word grand is big. Here, the meaning is great fun. Usage. It was grand to see the clown on the stage. Let me read out the poem. The people walk upon their heads. The sea is made of sand. The children go to school by night in Topsy-turvy Land. Let me explain. The Topsy-turvy Land has everything which is upside down. In this poem, the people of the land walk on their heads. That is, unlike what we do in our land, we don't walk on our heads. Then, the sea is not made up of water, but it has sand. The children of this land go to school at night and not during the day like it usually happens in normal land. These are the strange things we can find in this stanza. So we call this land topsy-turvy. Now let's move on to the next stanza. Next stanza. The front door step is at the back. You're walking when you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in Topsy-turvy Land. Explanation: some other strange things we can find in this stanza. In this land, you can find the houses have a front door step at the back. The people feel like walking when they want to stand. You know what the next amusing thing that happens in the land? They don't wear their hats on their head but on their feet. Such a few amusing things we can find in this stanza. Next stanza. And buses on the sea you'll meet, while pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the streets of Topsy-turvy Land. We can find some unusual things are going on in the land. You will not find buses in the streets because they run on the sea. Likewise, the boats will not be present in the sea but on the streets. Isn't it amusing, children? As we don't find these things in normal land. Next stanza. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand, for when you go you're coming back in Topsy-turvy Land. Written by H.E. Wilkinson. In this stanza, the poet says the rates or cost of the things are always high in the land, so people have to pay for what they do not get. It is the biggest fun in the land. Here fun means comical or something strange. Next, people of this land go when they actually come back, as it does not happen in our land. These strange things also happen in this land. Thus, in this poem, the poet has shown the land which is entirely different. As the name suggests, the land has everything which is upside down, or the exact opposite of normal land. I think you all have got the explanation of the poem Topsy-turvy Land. Hope you all have enjoyed and learned the poem. That's all our today's class. See you all. Let's recite the poem. The people walk upon their heads, the sea is made of sand. The children go to school by night in Topsy-turvy Land. The front door step is at the back, you're walking when you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in Topsy-turvy Land. And buses on the sea you'll meet, while pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the streets of Topsy-turvy Land. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand, for when you go you're coming back in Topsy-turvy Land. Written by H.E. Wilkinson.